I will tell you one more joke, and then I will go sleep in a vacant lot, and by the time I arise, it will be a mixed-use condo. It is my best trick. It is, in fact, my closer. The last gig I did on the road, pre-pandemic, pre-Quar, was in Indiana, because I'm doing God's work. And after the weekend, my opener that weekend was driving me to the airport, and we passed through a town called Martinsville, Indiana. And my opener said, "This town sucks." And I was like, "Yeah, we're in fucking Indiana. I know. And she's like, "No, this exceptionally sucks. It's, this town has a huge Ku Klux Klan presence." And I was like, "Oh yeah, now that you mention it, looking out the window, everybody looks pretty inbred around here." She goes, "They're so awful. You know they try to target kids very young in this town?" I was like, "Well, what do you mean?" And she told me that what the KKK does in this town is they'll put their literature, their hateful pamphlets and shit, in Ziploc bags, and then they'll tape it to stop signs and street lamps that are near playgrounds deliberately in the hopes that kids find them. And I was like, "Oof, that is awful." She goes, "It gets even worse. They put candy in the bags to entice the kids further to these bags." So I asked the only question I could think of in the moment, which was, what type of candy? And she said, "Werther's Originals." Which I think we can all agree. If one type of candy were to be the Ku Klux Klan of candies, it would 100% be Werther's Originals. Werther's Originals. The hard candy handed down from grandfather to grandson like a dirty little racist secret. Werther's Originals. Invented in 1919 in Germany by a man named Gustav. What happened in 1919? Oh, I don't know. Just Hitler got rejected from art school, starting the whole goddamn thing. Illuminati, lizard people, Denver International Airport. This shit goes all the way to the fucking top, man. That was my first thought. I was like, of course, it all started with the Werthers. I knew it. Just ranting and raving, but then I was like, Adam, do not be like the idiot Klan. Do your research. Calm down. And I looked it up. And when we think of Werther's Originals, I think we all think of the original Werther's Original. The toffee-flavored Werther's Originals that you would see in dish bowls on old people's coffee tables. Do you guys know there's a whole spectrum of Werther's Original flavors? They got a Werther's Original with chocolate baked into the center. They got an apple cinnamon Werther's Original. They have a cacao-flavored Werther's Original. It's not Werther's Original's fault that the Klan adopted them as their candy of choice. It's just one of those terribly serendipitous things that happens to be true in this world. So the next time I go to Indiana, I'm getting every flavor of Werther's Originals. And I'm going to Martinsville, and I'm gonna find those Ziploc bags, and I'm gonna put all the Werther's Originals in there. And I'm gonna invite kids from nearby playgrounds to take a blind taste test. And I'll be like, here, which one do you prefer? The seething taste of pure hatred that is original Werther's Original? Or this delicious medley of exotic flavors blending harmoniously in your mouth that is all the other flavors of Werther Original? And while I'm doing that, maybe I'll put some other candy in those bags as well. Maybe I'll throw a Twix in there, some Skittles, some Sour Patch Kids, a Kit Kat. And I'll let those kids know that there's a beautiful rainbow spectrum of candy out there, a lot of which doesn't even identify as Werther's Originals. And in a lot of ways, they're much better fucking candies. And while I'm doing that, Maybe I'll just have some alternative literature as well. Maybe I'll drop some documents from the NAACP and the ACLU and Black Lives Matter and LGBTQ causes. And I'll let the kids know that there's all sorts of doctrines and ideologies out there, and it's up to them, the future of this country, to sort through them and weed out the ones that are hateful and divisive in favor of the ones that are loving and inclusive and tolerant. But even once I've done that, you know there's gonna be one little hick piece of shit kid who doesn't care at all. He's gonna be like, I don't give a shit what you say, dude. Werther's Original's the one true flavor. It's good enough for my daddy, it's good enough for me. You can go ahead and get fucked. You can go on ahead and get fucked. I'll be like, you little fucking white trash piece of shit. Have you looked up the recipe of original Werther's Original? Let me tell you what's in that sucker. You got milk, you got butter, you got cream, you got salt, and then what else do you have? Brown and white sugar, mixing deliciously in your mouth as we speak. So the next time you want to step to me, Kid Rock, do some research before you step out of the trailer park. What I'm trying to say is that a very hurtful article is going to come out making a lot of accusations about why I was giving kids candy on playgrounds in Indiana. And what I keep telling my court-appointed attorney, it's about creating a teachable fucking moment. I gotta get out of here, you guys. I'll see you in a vacant lot nearby around the corner. Find your own vacant lot, everyone.